Evening, I'm Monica Quintero. A beautiful day here in the Permian Basin. Mostly sunny skies out there, of course, as live view just outside of our studio in Odessa. It is courtesy of the West Texas State Bank weather cam, and I think you're going to like the temperatures in our forecast. We do have a warming trend going on, a lot of 80s in that forecast. We do have some thunderstorm chances to talk about. We'll get to that, and some gusty days ahead already today. As we told you yesterday, those winds have begun picking up out there, so it is a bit breezy. The temperatures right now, you can see for the most part in the 70s and 80s, very nice temperatures. 77 in Odessa and Midland, 82 right there in Wink, 82 in Fort Stockton, and 76 in Alpine. Those winds, you can see breezy conditions. They certainly picked up from yesterday. Those light winds currently coming from the south, and that will continue to be the case overnight. So here's a look at the wind speeds. You can see mostly in the teens right now, about 17 miles per hour in Odessa and Midland. Tonight, they pick up to be more than 20 miles per hour in some areas. You can see in Odessa, Midland, Wink, Fort Stockton, and even right up here in Seminole. So those winds continue to pick up. Tomorrow morning, they drop down just a little bit, but continue to be breezy in some areas. And tomorrow evening, you can see those winds really picking up in a lot of areas, especially right here in Guadalupe Pass. And because of that, we do have a concern we're going to talk about when it comes to fire danger. Here it is. Fire weather watch beginning tomorrow morning. It's for Culberson, Eddy, Lee, and Reeves counties. Now, there's a lot of dynamics that go into this. That relative humidity, anytime it's in the teens or below, there is the concern for fire danger. You can see Guadalupe Pass about 12%. 9% in Carlsbad, and 14% right there in Hobbs. Now, the dynamics, we have dry conditions when that relative humidity is so low. Those winds continue to pick up, and of course, we continue to see warmer temperatures, so that creates that concern for fire danger. The high, not too different than what we usually see this time of year, 77 degrees. Normally, we see it about 75 degrees. That low, a little bit cooler. You can see about 40 degrees. Usually, we see it about 45 degrees, and that record set back in 2011 of 95 degrees. Here's a look at your temperatures when we zone in. Tomorrow morning, those lows in the 40s and 50s in the northern basin, those highs in the 70s and 80s. So we are expecting a very nice day tomorrow. Central basin, you can see those lows in the 40s and 50s. 48 right here in Kermit, 51 right there in Odessa. Of course, those temperatures warming up really nicely, especially if you like those warmer temperatures. 87 expected right there in Barstow, and 86 in Monahans. Tram-Pecos, you can see those lows in the 40s and 50s, so you're still probably going to need a light jacket. Val-Moray, 55 degrees, and you can see it warms up into the 80s for the most part. And take a look at the mountains. You can see those lows in the 40s and 50s as well. And those highs warming up very nicely to the 70s and 80s. Almost 90 degrees expected right here in Presidio, and 88 right there in Big Bend. So tomorrow, here's a look at how your temperatures will shape up. By 8 o'clock, we're expecting them to be in the 50s, by noon in the 70s, and by 4 p.m. we're going to have mostly sunny skies out there and temperatures in the 80s. It's going to be a good day to get outdoors. That low tomorrow, 51 degrees, so it will be a cold, mild morning with some breezy conditions out there. You may want to take a light jacket, of course. And here's a look at your 7-day forecast. Now, there is one day we're concerned about. It is Saturday. There is a 60% chance of thunderstorms and some showers in the forecast. However, right now, models showing that weather really taking place in central Texas, but we could get some remnants of that in our area. But leading up to that, you can see tomorrow expected to be windy. 80-degree temperatures all in that forecast. And take a look at the lows, you guys. Of course, this weekend, some areas fell below freezing, so it's nice to see them in the 50s.
We are heating right up.
Just the way I like it.
April. Yeah. Welcome, April.
Yeah, winter is gone. Winter is gone. We can expect more warm weather now from here on out.
Well, let's hope that's the case, because sometimes with our weather, I feel like you never know what's coming. I mean, this past weekend was a good example, but right now, at least the next 7 days, and of course, Saturday, Friday into Saturday, that's the day we have to watch.
Absolutely. All right, Monica, thank you. Well, you